Yeah, it's of course great to have him here. I mean, he's a really good guy, really good player. He's a big leader for our group and especially for the demons. He's been playing for a long time, so he really is a good leader and always there for us. So it's a great to have him here.
Left side up front.
Thomas, this is for you. You came in late in the season and obviously went with Pete through training camp and everything, but what are your impressions of Pete and how he's kind of handled coaching the team throughout this point?
He's a real smart coach. He's really even-keeled. Doesn't get too high, doesn't get too low, which is great for us as players because we see that, and then we don't get too high or too low. He's been in these situations before. He's, 7-0 in Game 7, so he knows what he's doing, so feeds into us.
Stay on the left.
Ryan Clark, ESPN. Miro, this question's for you. Not being funny, but what's it like to be you right now where everyone's having this conversation of, like, you and what you're doing, and while people in Dallas have seen this for a while, it seems like the rest of the world's getting a chance to notice it. So do you care? Do you pay attention? Do you just kind of go about your business? Like, what's it like to be you?
Yeah, I don't really care. I just go out there and do my job. Don't think about that too much. I just go out there, try to be at my best every night, and that's kind of it.
Third row in the middle.
For either one of you guys, Willie Ramirez for the Sporting Tribune. When you go through a series with a team like Seattle, which obviously is loaded with talent in its second year, but there weren't a lot of expectations coming into the postseason, and it upsets Colorado, pushes you to 7. How does that help you in terms of being battle-tested to come into the Western Conference Final?
Yeah.
I mean, Seattle's a great team. They had a whole lot of depth. They had 4 lines that would roll out. They'd forecheck, they'd backcheck, and they worked really hard. They were a tough team to play against, and I think for us to beat them, it's just that much more experience and confidence in our group. I think we're coming in this series feeling good about ourselves.
Stay on the left.
Miro, obviously you've played a lot of minutes throughout this playoffs. I'm just curious about how it feels to have this break for yourself these last few days, and kind of how you approach all that kind of stuff going forward.
Yeah, it was a good break for me and for the whole team. A couple of days off and get the legs back and feeling fresh again. So it was a good break, and now we're ready to go again.
Up front.
Ryan Clark, ESPN. This is for Thomas. Thomas, when you look at someone like Joe Pavelski and how effective he is at the net front, what are those things that you look at as a defenseman where when you see a guy like that, you go, okay, here are things I can learn to defend that, but also here are these things that he does that just makes him different?
I mean, he's just so smart. Like, he knows when to pull away from the D-man in front to get his stick open for a tip. He knows where the open spots are. Like, he's just so good at tipping pucks. It's incredible. He doesn't miss any. As far as defending that, I think you just got to be as close as humanly possible to him. Try and tie him up best you can, but I love that he's so good at getting away from it because it makes me and Miro's job real easy to just float him through.
Thomas, for you, we talk a lot media-wise, cliches about speed of the game, things like that. For yourself, was there a point in these playoffs where the game slowed down for you, or was it always kind of that way?
No, it's always been quick. I don't think the game, the game's always been the same speed. I don't know, as far as when I got called up. But I assume Vegas is going to be a little bit quicker. I mean, there's a reason they're here in the conference final, so we got to be ready for it.
Any more questions for Miro or Thomas?